Good morning, this is Marx from the Bible in 1 Year. Today we're going to look at Mark 5 verse 21 to 43. After crossing the Sea of Galilee, Jesus is met by a large crowd. And in the midst of the crowd, there are two very different people approaching him with desperate needs. What follows is a powerful narrative that highlights Jesus' compassion, authority, and responsiveness to faith. Firstly, we see Jairus, a synagogue leader, a respected and influential man in the Jewish society. Even with all this social status, he humbles himself and falls at Jesus' feet. He begs him to heal his dying 12-year-old daughter. We see that Jesus agrees to go with him, and a large crowd followed. Jairus is an example of someone in a high position who sets aside pride and reputation for the sake of a loved one. His humility and desperate faith led him to Jesus. And as Jesus walked with Jairus, a woman in the crowd secretly approached him. She had suffered from bleeding disorder for 12 years, making her ceremonially unclean under Jewish law. She spent all that she had on doctors, but it only grew worse. Now, believing that even touching Jesus' clothes will heal her, she reached out and she was instantly healed. We see that Jesus stopped and asked who touched his clothes, because Jesus knew that power had gone out from him. The woman fearfully confessed what she did, but Jesus didn't rebuke her. Instead, he honored her. "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your affliction." While Jesus was still speaking with the woman, messages came from Jairus' house. They reported that his daughter already died. They said, "Why bother the teacher anymore?" But Jesus responded with words that changes everything. "Do not be afraid, only believe." When they reached the house, people were already mourning. But Jesus told them the girl is not dead, she's merely sleeping. We then see the people laughed at him. But Jesus took the girl's parents and went in. He took her hand and said, "Talita kumi," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." We see that she immediately rose and walked. Jesus then instructed them to give her something to eat, and he told them not to tell others what happened. Jesus displayed his ultimate power over death, and that reminds us that with him, no situation is beyond hope. How can we apply this passage to our lives today? Well, firstly, bring your desperation to Jesus. Both Jairus and the bleeding woman were at the end of their hope, but they each came to Jesus in faith. Whether you're respected or rejected, wealthy or poor, don't let pride, shame, or fear keep you from Jesus. Bring your needs to him, your family, your pain, your brokenness. This passage shows us that he listens to those who come humbly and sincerely. Our faith often requires action. It might mean stepping out of your comfort zone, praying boldly, seeking help, forgiving someone, or making a difficult decision. Trust that Jesus will meet you as you move in obedience. Always remember that God is not limited by time or tragedy or human impossibility. Trust him even when things seem hopeless. Mark 5 verse 21 to 43 presents a rich, layered picture of who Jesus is. He's our healer, restorer, comforter, Savior and Lord. He meets people in desperation. He responds to faith and brings healing where others see only loss. Thank you for listening.